the outlier that would be dragging down the mean of the original stuff would be the whip.
Yes.
The whip just kind of
Yeah. So
ruins all that. All right, so we're seeing some
Yeah.
early bat action from both Lancer and Doopliss. They're both very, very close right now.
yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to see like as the meta is explored, like something like a harp. Is a harp better than a longsword? I don't know.
Yeah, those
think
ones
so.
seem like they're both kind of mediocre. I feel like the harp just doesn't quite. I don't know. I don't know.
The thing about a harp is you can scoot with it, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's got the dagger splash, so you can run by things easier.
But it also makes it like it's a little hard to get the splash on stuff, so it's
Yeah, you have to finagle around a little bit. Both racers taking Shrine of Darkness.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Presumably it's still the right call. I mean, that was like undeniably the right call in pre-DLC
So
days.
on cadence, it's probably better than before because Zone 5 is another zone where mapping is helpful.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't know is that because you're playing Nocturna and you do have access to the mapping from Batform,
Yep.
the mapping is maybe less valuable.
That's a good point. Although, I will say, because the current meta is that nobody goes for Black Chest, so you're more likely to get rid of your ring.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
That helps
this
a
was
not
not
because
a
yeah,
black
on that
chest, though.
1/4
Or
chest,
not a
you can
ring.
just check purple.
Yeah, the 1/4 purple check, I think, that's the current sort of Nocturna meta that I think everyone's sort of rocking because,
Oh, and Doopliss finds courage. Okay, so he's in pretty good shape.
yeah, sticking with that Cutlass. See, that's just crazy seeming that you're taking a base weapon over the Glass Rapier in a race. It just
Yeah, I
seems
gotta
so
think that
weird.
might change,
Yeah,
right?
because yeah,
Like
I
that
think,
that's got to change as people get more comfortable. I think it's because of the Zone 5 areas that people are scared, right? Because of the swarms.
yeah,
But if you get more comfortable handling the swarms, and I mean that might also change. Like it might get a little less swarming. We'll see
Right.
what we do with that. But you know, if you're kind of comfortable handling the swarm, then of course you'd rather have the Glass Rapier.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, because Cutlass is not quick boss kills. It's sort of not quick mini boss kills, which is usually why you have to turn into a bat.
Yeah, because like this death metal, like if he has the Glass Rapier, then he does a lunge and he kills in one hit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
Not that I
sweet
actually.
damage.
That said, since he did end up finding courage, you know, I really wouldn't want Glass Rapier courage right now.
No,
I was too
it's
scared.
scary. I mean, it was a thing that people actively took in races.
Yeah.
People like the Rapier courage. I don't, but
Yeah,
That's 'cause
some
I just
brave
can't handle it.
individuals. Like
nice
it.
use of the fireball there by Lancer. Make that a much faster fight. So he did gain a bit of ground on Doopliss because of the speed at which he fought that fight. Very nice. And yeah, it's definitely a good time to go shopping, finding a fireball and a drumstick.
Yeah, so it looks like they both found like all the same items so far.
The big dig.
Oh, it's the Shovel of Strength. That's really good.
That's so good because he's got 3 damage. Oh, baby.
Oh my god.
Jumped.
Oh
this
my
is
god.
Brutal.
Oh, this is so bad.
This swarm. Just hide.
Oh man.
Just
Wait,
hide in
does
the...
he instantly die? Okay, no, this Yeti was frozen. Holy crap. Okay.
Can you
How does he
instantly die in
survive
that
that?
situation?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna die.
Like coming out of a
Could-
thing, do they all attack on that beat? I forget.
It looked like they didn't.
Holy crap.
I think they pause like one beat maybe when you come
I think
up.
they do because I feel like there's been a lot of situations where I would have imagined I would have died immediately and I didn't. I know.
So it
someone in
actually,
chat
you
knows.
know, if that rune hadn't been there, maybe he would have died. Like maybe it was actually impossible to live.
Man, we
Yeah,
got so
the-
stoked on that big dig and then immediately getting just smashed.
Yeah.
I
Well,
do
he had
love
like
that
he had a
thing.
swarm coming from like every side,
Yeah.
and he got turned into bat, and then there was a Yeti that was gonna just clap him and kill him like right there.
Yeah, I had to run
It was
away.
really scary.
Oh no, Lancer, the unexpected sneaky pawn attack there. That was crazy.
Oh, so Lancer's not far back.
No, he's certainly not. That was probably
It's
because
just
of all the
interesting that
spooping
Doopliss
out
ended up
that Doopliss
ahead
did.
after that mess.
Well,
But,
he was way ahead from that mess. Now he is not way ahead. Oh my goodness. This is, yeah. I mean, definitely Doopliss has got the better build. The big dig is quite nice.
Oh yeah, he has the shovel, which Lancer does not, which is actually a really big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, the 3 damage. Wow, that was some
you
sweet
can go for
conduit
the food shop
action
if you
from
want.
Lancer. And oh, a delicious
I don't know. Is it
food
correct
shop.
to take food shop here? I mean, probably it is.
100%. Get some safety.
The only reason I say, I mean, Nocturne doesn't need food that much, and it's so close.
People die on Nocturna. Get health.
Yeah, that's true.
I think. It's like, yeah, it's
I just
certainly
feel like
not as important, but it's still, you can die.
Yeah,
Like,
I just feel like, you know, on Nocturne, especially without armor, then your survivability is mostly about making sure that you don't become a bat.
Right. But the thing is, similar to the way that Obsidian armor is bad, Nocturna, when you turn into a bat, if you get hit on the next beat, you're like dead. So
I'm
you are
extremely surprised that he didn't take the miner's cap.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that Miner's Cap early in Zone 4 release was people didn't like it because of Zone 4 swarms, but those have been largely solved. And so, yeah, I wonder if maybe it's a Zone 5 thing with the Miner's Cap, but I'm with you. Miner's Cap is kind
maybe
of an
he doesn't
insta-take.
want to like release everything in Zone 5.
Why not? It's fun. It's a party. Well, let's see if Lancer takes it. See, the thing that's nice about Nocturna is you can intentionally take half hearts as well to get your potion if you want. Although he could also just use the fireball spell. I would probably do that because regardless of how you do it, you're gonna have more health than you currently do because of the potion.
So the interesting thing about the wall receding is yeah, it seems like it's been perceived more as a good thing than a bad thing, which is interesting.
I totally see it as a good thing. I agree.
Yeah,
it's great
because it does make it so, you know, if you're tunneling through and you have like an orc come up on you, it's just kind of annoying to deal with, right?
Yeah.
But it also gives you some protection behind you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're tunneling into an area, you can also have nowhere to run if it's like an ogre or something like that, which can be bad. But if you are checking in somewhere, it's great because anything that was chasing you is locked behind. Bit of a spooky little run here by Doopliss. He'll be fine because he's got potion, which he just used.
Yeah, he had the potion.
So he's totally fine. And that's going to be GG. Doopliss taking the first one, 730. Solid run.
Yeah, that was pretty solid, especially since he did have that Zone 3 floor where he almost died.
That's true. That took
got a good
long
time anyway.
That was a slow floor, that. So yeah, GG. Don't know if it's good. It's just unique. Yeah, it's true. I am a fan of that. I think that was, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was one of the plans of Zone 4. With the diamond walls the traps that recede back. Is that not true? Way back in the day?
Oh, Zone 4.
Yeah, before Zone 4 turned into a crypt, it was like a diamond level, and there were traps where there were walls that would move up and down or something like that.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was in debug mode way back in the day. There was some really wacky stuff. The original Zone 4 was pretty horrendous. Picture you start in the exact center, and then you have like an octopus of halls that you can go down, and one of them is the right
halls?
one. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like every direction.
Yeah.
So some of them are like diagonal halls?
Yes.
Oh.
It was awful.
Weird.
Because it's just like, I chose wrong. Oh, I chose wrong again.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I chose wrong 7 times in a row. I hate
Yeah,
this
you know,
feeling.
it's really interesting when making the layouts to try to make it not too symmetrical. Because if you make it too much symmetrical, yeah, it's too hard to predict where the exit's going to be, right?
Right, and then it's just brutal if you go the wrong way. Like, that happens probably most in Zone 1. Where you'll have, like, those really funky layouts where it, like, kind of splits in both directions. The thing is, usually it's going to be down.
Yeah, usually in Zone 1, because it's usually down right, you can usually pick a direction which kind of, like, even though you don't know where the exit is, it kind of sends you roughly in the right direction. Oh, so Doopliss is getting a bit lost. Speaking of weird Zone 1 layouts, like, I have no idea where the exit is. I think he's probably doing the right thing. It's probably over there. This is a weird layout. This is pretty rare. to have it this far up.
Yeah, sometimes you get some especially weird layouts with if the shop, like just winds up in like the middle, and it's like, what is this doing here? It's very surprising. I've seen that a few times.
But you know, they're probably not too unhappy about the detour because they did get a Ring of War for it, so you know that's not too bad.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd take the Ring of War over the Ring of Regen. I think it's
did
not
they also
as,
have a Ring of Regen?
it's not as obvious of a call. Yeah, I forget who it was. I think it was Lancer dropped Ring of Regen for that. Regen's pretty freaking good. But, I mean, extra damage early is also faster, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's Regen is probably overall better, but what War does for you is it means, PaperDoopliss doesn't get the black chest, but it means that even if you get a base weapon in the black chest, then you can still take it, which is nice.
That's true, yeah. Unless it's a whip.
Yeah, I guess you would take a whip. But anyways.
Fortissimo was on his idea list for a long time, as was the Beholders. I don't know about Fortissimo, but the Beholders certainly were. I remember seeing some old art of those things with the like microphone tentacles, and it was really cool.
Oh yeah, but I think the Beholder mechanic I think is pretty.
That might be novel. I don't know what the mechanic was. I think it was just concept art, but I also think they were supposed to be mini bosses.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Beholders were supposed to be mini bosses way back in the day. What the heck? Excuse me.
What?
Can we get a replay on that real quick?
I mean, it's replaying on his stream, and he just kind of walked into his shop. That's odd.
So let's see if we can figure out exactly what the deal was there. Was he so upset with the glass harp that he just needed to jump onto that spike trap? I don't know.
It's just got to be the kind of situation where you are thinking about something else.
Yeah. Could not be more baffled. Maybe he got mad because it was a dead end, didn't see the trap door. I have no idea. Maybe someone was talking to him while he was racing, and he just lost track of what was happening. I cannot tell you what happened there. I feel real bad for him, though. That sucked. The old spike trap death, a classic. Classic
Because
death.
usually when you just get randomly killed by a spike trap, it's because, you couldn't see it because, something was standing on it, right?
Oh, no, the best is, there's a Lord Warlock standing on it, and I kill it. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Because they don't take damage from traps, right? So they're standing on the spike trap, and you can't see it.
Because the normal Warlock would have just died.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, Lancer finds a Blood Warhammer.
Blood Warhammer, you have to take that.
What?
Excuse me?
No way.
The +1 damage Warhammer.
So clearly somebody doesn't agree about Warhammer being OP.
Yeah, alright. That's all the proof we need to keep Warhammer the way it is.
Yep. Warhammer confirmed not OP.
Confirmed. Will not be changing it. That's amazing.
I wonder if he'll take the Blood Staff. He looks like he wants to kill the shopkeeper. He can do it.
Blood Staff, if you take the Blood Staff over the Blood Warhammer, there is a problem here.
Yeah, that's true. That doesn't make any sense.
It's great. I love the staff. It's such a fun weapon, just like the axe. Really fun. Unfortunately, though, just pales in comparison to the Warhammer.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you think the staff measures up against like base game weapons? Like, it's probably not as good as like Rapier and Cat.
Which is that? Base Warhammer?
Staff is probably not as.
Staff.
I'm just wondering how it measures up to the base game weapons. Like, it's probably not as good as Rapier and Cat. The staff, right?
You're probably right, but you can get some decent quick kills with it. You can start some boss quick kills with it. So, because base
like better
Rapier
than,
base Cat are bad for boss quick kills. Although Cat can be okay if it's like if it's Coral Rift. It's not great, but you can do it.
So Lancer, I mean, I guess I understand. Of course, he wouldn't kill the shopkeeper. Okay, passing up another.
There's another one. Not as good, but
why is it Warhammer? Why does it feel like Warhammer spawn more than like all the other ones?
I don't know, but this is not an okay situation. To be fair, the 3 damage that he currently had. Oh, these spiders.
That was an interesting thing he did. So he just used the ring to just knock the Blade Master back into the bounce trap to kill him.
I like that.
That's
that's got to be
interesting
really
speaking.
demoralizing for that Blade Master, where he's like, I'm gonna go, we'll fight, we'll parry, it'll be epic, and he's like, wait, hey, what are you doing? Knockback. Base Cat's good for...
Oh, speaking of base cat.
There he is. On 4 something, I don't know. I'm actually, I've been talking to the refs about fixing the cap. For whatever reason, Lancer's cap is just slightly shifted. And so we can't see what level he's on.
His level.
I think he's on 4 too. Wait, I didn't see what he killed there. Yeah, it was a yellow sarcophagus. So
yeah, it's funny because like Doopliss's cap is also slightly off. But
why are you?
You can
doing
see
this? Just on the edges. I think it's okay actually.
Yeah, I can see the top 2/3 of each digit, which is enough.
Oh, this is a fun little build here for Doopliss.
Oh, Harp, Ring of Frost.
I feel like I don't know if Harp is underutilized or just not quite sorted out yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting one to kind of
really
see how it shakes out.
And I feel like it's very, it's a weapon that oh, this is really bad for Lancer. Yep.
Oh, he
jumped
actually died.
right into that armadillo. He, I think, was spooked by the enemies that were coming in, and so you'll see he takes a whole bunch of damage here when he opens that up. And then he's got 2 Ghoulems behind him. Now, he did have boots to defend against the Ghoulems, but he mashed through as much as he could and then just walked right into that. Sometimes diagonals are confusing.
Well, on the plus side, so Doopliss is kind of demoing the Harp, which we haven't seen that much.
That's true. Yeah, what I was going to say about the Harp is I feel like it wants you to get surrounded, but it's rarely good enough to get surrounded. Like right now, because it's got the Frost Ring, that's probably good. But I feel like it's so easy to take a bunch of damage. It's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had a Harp
getting,
change,
like...
but most people hated it, so I'm not going to worry about it. Where it's like you strum it by pressing up-down instead of attacking.
Yeah, I thought that was suggesting. It's an interesting idea. Like, it might be something worth revisiting if it kind of, as the meta kind of settles, if Harp
is just like
if Harp needs something, it could maybe get something like that.
Yeah, people thought it would be too strong, but I mean, like, I'd say right now Harp's a little on the weak side. But
it's a little weak, although, you know, he's getting pretty good value out of it in Zone 4, right here.
But I feel like...
because he'll pretty often get, like, 2 hits with it.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is
it's a little
I think
bit
it's
like...
used more like a dagger than anything else. Whereas,
yeah,
like, say,
so
the staff...
it's sort of like a dagger that just gets some bonus hits sometimes.
Yeah, that's exactly
which, you know, that's not that bad.
Yeah. But with the strum thing, you get weird, like, you can hit diagonally if you choose to, which is kind of neat.
Since it's a dagger, it does mean that the Obsidian version is not very good.
Oh, yes, of course.
Which is probably, like, you know, you probably should just switch that staff, like, why not?
Okay, chat. Harp's your PB. That's interesting.
Oh. He is just about to die.
Yeah, it took a ton of damage there. And then, of course, with the no range, those earmuffs don't last very long.
Yeah, oh, yeah, the earmuffs are already gone. Yeah, which, you know, makes sense. Yeah, I would probably go back and take the blood staff. Because you have the Ring of Frost. It doesn't matter that it's a base weapon.
Yeah, and you'd one-shot Death Metal.
Like, I'm, like, a little spooked by being on, you know, half a heart.
Half a heart, yeah, with no protection whatsoever. There's another staff.
For a weapon?
Interesting. That's... Wait,
I guess he was hoping for Warhammer. It's like, fight Warhammer strats.
Yeah, Warhammer, and I win. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, usually I feel like in a low health situation, then you want to hope for like heal spell, basically, right? Oh, that's a little sketchy.
Oh my god. He does have a War Drum, which makes his lack of range a lot better. There's a Ring of Peace. You take that over the Frost.
I guess you take Peace? I don't know. It's a hard call.
I think, yeah, probably. Although you definitely check that crate. Wouldn't it be great if that crate had some food? Rip food. This is
so actually the War Drum. When did you get the War Drum?
Late Zone 4, I think. I don't know. I don't really remember seeing that coming.
Because that'll be really good with the Harp. It's like similar to how it is with a dagger, right?
Yeah, so you can pull stuff closer to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, armor. Oh yeah, shield spell's the right color for sure. Yeah, I find like these types of arenas, the harp works well because you're gonna have enemies sort of around you, and you can set it up
I guess
that way.
you can't kill that leprechaun.
Nope.
Oh, so here's the situation where harp is good. Although actually, you'll hardly need it because of the conduit or the wire.
Yeah.
Conduit was such a good name. I guess I'll just call it conduit.
Embrace it.
Oh, cursed hearts. So that's really good.
What a good find. Now if he had the blood weapon, well, I guess you'd start healing, but I want to see some blood builds with cursed heart protection. That's what I want to see, because that's so good. Oh, I think nobody feels 100% comfortable with the metronomes.
Yeah, the interesting about metronome is, you know, most enemies where you have to worry about the parity, the parity stays the same. So you can just say, well, if I'm off parity, you just like buffer something, and then you're on parity, right?
Interesting.
Yeah,
does
that make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah, because he moves every beat.
Yeah.
Any enemy that moves every beat has that parity thing.
Yeah, so that's how you would deal with like a red bat or something, right? Is you just say, well, am I aligned with it? If I'm not, like I'll just like buffer, and then you're fine.
Yeah.
But with metronome, like that instinct causes you to do exactly the wrong thing. So you're like, oh, I'm off with it. You buffer, and then it changes its parity, and so you're wrong again.
Yeah, that's true. That's really funny. Yeah, I guess there are some enemies that change their parity, but that one changes it every what, like 4 beats? Because like
it's like every 4 beats. Yeah.
Orcs move every beat, but they change their parity so often with the turning. It's a little different.
That's true. Yeah, orcs is kind of a similar thing because it sometimes when you're dealing with a turning orc, you have to think a little bit. It's like, oh, am I actually going to end up in a situation what? So Dupliss got through Dead Ringer, so he's looking in like pretty good shape.
Yeah,
he can still die to like a single.
Does it do like if he took 2.5 hearts of damage, he would die?
Yes.
Okay. So it does carry over. It's not like.
Yeah, it's not separate.
It's not like a potion
thing. Yeah.
All right. Well, he's got the loot. He's got the extended shield.
Yeah,
so
extended
he's
shield
good for a while.
Which actually makes it so he's probably not that unhappy about having to do the button puzzles.
Yeah. I find button puzzles might actually be a little bit better because you have more maneuvering because you're still having huge spawns.
Yeah.
The trick
Which is interesting. Like, it's interesting that now, there's actually a reason you might want to do button puzzles in a race.
Yeah.
Even if you have the bombs, right?
Right, yeah. In this situation, it probably would have been better to do the button puzzles regardless. Okay, well, Dupliss wins it, so Lancer is eliminated. Dupliss is going to be moving on. He will be up against flanking on